Yes, but let's look at this one. This is from May 18th. This is already a week old. But I never looked into this part. So this is the second part of the Maple Island. For you guys, in case you're forgetting, between the anniversary event going on right now in GMS and Savior coming, just peeking around the corner in a mere 3 weeks, and we're waiting for June 10th for the preview, or for the release, I guess, of the big summer update New Age in Korea. There's actually also the 20th anniversary event, which will hopefully next year be our 19th anniversary event, going on right now in Korea. And they had their part 2 just last week. In between test beta versions of releasing earlier stuff before their New Age and everything. There's a lot going on in all of the different regions. But we hadn't looked at that yet. This patch is basically identical to the test server. Oh, we don't have to look at it. No, just kidding. In terms of changes in content, boss set tradability, and symbol improvements. Oh, so all that stuff is going in live. I don't think there are any skill changes here. Maybe a few skill fixes. Other than the map event having a ton of Easter eggs and throwbacks to past anniversary events, there's a cool theme with the Maple Spirits. The main NPC is named Emily Ports, which is MapleStory, which I thought was a really weird name at first, but it's actually an anagram of MapleStory, yeah. The other spirits, Mariella, Apricia, Plana, Leona, and Emma, of course spelling out Maple. And there are the 5 icons. And spell out Maple. Yeah, I hope this makes up for me not realizing that the momentary NPC names were referencing Lith Harbor and Alinea, which someone pointed out to me last month, lol. I know some people were a bit disappointed, but personally I'm a big fan of this anniversary. The coin capping is extremely fast at 1.2k mobs. The skill they added in this patch specifically is amazing for experience. The rewards are a lot better than previous events. 3 maximum growth potions just from the daily attendance, and the shop cosmetics look really good, and Dungeon Frozen Blast was a hit of nostalgia. Okay. Next official server update will be on June 15th for New Age. Okay, so that's only 5 days after the preview that they are going to be releasing in theaters and all that. I won't get any information until showcase. Yeah, showcase. That's the word I was looking for. So the test server patch won't be available until right after that. Okay, so wait, so they're going to test server on June 10th after the showcase, and then June 15th they're going to release it. So that's going to be a short week for them to get any kind of fixes done. So I hope their QA team had been working hard. They're going to start releasing teasers, including posters and music in a few days, though. So maybe we can get an idea of what will be happening soon. Did they already start releasing music? I thought they were just releasing posters. Let's see, MapleStory.nexon.com. For people who haven't been following that, this is basically the Korean website, which we will translate, sure thing. Which always takes a while for all the translation. I think they're just releasing posters. Maybe they're going to be releasing the drag. Maybe they'll be releasing the music after that. Let's see what we have. So we've got the... It always opens the one before it and then replaces it with that one. I'm not sure why. This is the Adventure poster. Very 3D, very Unreal Engine looking. This one looks pretty badass. MapleStory 3D finally coming, chat. Copium. It's got that chain. It says, yeah. For heroes. Very steampunky. They do look pretty cool. I hope that they gave the job to make these to the guy whose passion project of making MapleStory 3D they shut down when he did like the Temple of Time and all that stuff. I hope that guy got the job at least to make these posters to give him some props back. But yeah, no music yet, right? Video. Yes, this is going to be the music, yeah. So they're going to be releasing these first, and then these probably after. Theme song pre-release hero. Pre-release. I mean, it's going to be a release, no? All right, what do you have? So we have the changes. Oh, we have some extra pictures in here. No? Wait, what are these dots? Can I... Oh, there we go. Arrow key. Lots of stuff. Oh, this is cute. This looks a lot like the thing that we don't have, though, in Reboot, the non-Reboot thing. The farm is what this looks like. These rooftops and shit. I think that's what that is. So the main changes went through tradability of pitched items in non-reboot, of course. Platinum Scissor limitations going up or being introduced in the first place so that people can trade a little bit more on those very rare, very expensive to upgrade items. So arcane symbols, they are going to be dropping selective symbol vouchers now, so you can select which one you want. Of course, you can only pick the areas you've already unlocked and then the pre-quest for. And then the same thing in Cernium. They will be dropping Cernium symbols in only Cernium, and then hotel vouchers in only hotel. So a little bit more value on the drops there. Again, this is, we're talking our winter update, right? So we're talking like December for all of this stuff. End of December, probably like around Christmas or something like that, right? And then the prices dropped of the level up, the cost dropped, I guess I should say, of the symbol level ups, mostly on the early end, so that people don't have to spend a whole bunch of their money just leveling up symbols, making the earliest symbols about half the cost of the last symbols. So that will make a pretty decent dent in it. I know back in my day, it was about 1.5 bill to get a symbol to level all the way up from 1 to 20 to be able to buy that. So if you did all 6 of your symbols, that was about 9 billion mesos, which, you know, is a big chunk in one go, but it's spread over a very long period of time, so you usually don't really notice how much you're spending. But it'll be a whole lot of money saved on this. And I don't know if you can just drag all of these numbers and do like equals sum or something like that. Nah. But whoever did the maths, it's quite a bit less than 9. If the lowest one are at half and you have equal distribution, let's see if we can math this out. You get 1.5 instead of 2, and then it's probably regressively the same inwards. So you're probably just spending about 2/3. No, 3/4. Probably spending about 3/4 of it, right? 1 and half of it. Yeah, so you're missing a half of a fourth. So it's going to be about 3/4 of 9 bill, I'm guessing. So 9 times 0.75. Well, it's easy, right? That's like 0.7-ish, I think. Yeah. So like around 7 bill rather than 9 bill. 2 bill saved, PogChamps. That's going to be my guess, okay? Someone do the maths and tell me how far it's off. And then Cernium symbols as well being made a bunch cheaper, which of course percentage-wise not as much, but if you look at the actual amounts, way more. Just the last symbol of Cernium is going to be 400 mil cheaper just for one level than Odium. Which is, yeah. That's already 12.5% of the saving of all of the symbols together, so. I'm assuming this is all the same message as before. We're not going to read that whole thing again, but just basically they wanted people not to be spending all their money on leveling up symbols, and for non-reboot they wanted to give people more freedom with the items that they spent a whole bunch of money on to make sure that they can redeem some of the value on there and it's not just stuck on their character forever. Max Meso you'll be able to hold will go up to 500 billion minus 1, because, you know, 100 bill. What is cooler than 100 bill? 5 times that. And Mesomarket daily registration limit has been increased to 100. I don't know, for GMS, Mesomarket and everything is kind of in dire straits right now, so, you know, again, all of these things are very just KMS oriented in changes, and then it just trickles down on us, and, you know. Then the quest lines in Moonbridge, they slowed down a whole lot, or in Tenebris in general, I should say, so Moonbridge, Labyrinth, and Limina. They skim them down a whole lot, so it takes way less time. I think specifically the Labyrinth one was cut down a lot. I did that one recently on a character because, you know, if you remember, before they made it so that you can skip pre-quests. If you already did at least one quest of an area, you had to do the whole thing and you couldn't skip it anymore, because skipping 100% is easier than skipping 99%. So that made it so that, yeah, one of my characters had to do the whole thing, and man, does it take a while, especially if it's your 3rd or 4th time around. So that was cool to see that they are going to be streamlining that quite a bit for the people on the first time, that it doesn't feel like a huge like snore fest of going through a whole lore diatribe but that you actually get, you know, get your stuff a little bit more in a timely manner. A description about resetting potential has been added for tooltips for certain 9th anniversary. Don't care. The amount of items acquired from boss monster wars has been increased. Powerful flames, eternal flames, black flames, and then the non-reboot versions that craft flames as well. We should see... It'd be really funny if this is the change that finally brings flames to the level of where GMS had it all along. And we finally get to our old drop rate again, even though there were 2 other promises from GMS already that they would increase our chance of getting flames. But that would be a hoot, as they say. Tentacle tech pattern in Moonbridge area hunting grounds have been removed, and no more falling objects in the scrapyard as either. Just to make it a little bit less... I mean, for lore reasons, it's cool. I think they can keep the effect maybe in the background, but just don't have it hit you anymore, you know? In the Cave of Trials 2, the hidden portal in the middle of the map that took you to the cave inside the cave map has been moved to the left end of the map, so people don't accidentally teleport during their boss rotation. They made the map for Arcus a little bit bigger. They changed the sound effects when you're hitting monsters, whatever. Oh wait, and they added onto the feature where... This is actually the biggest game-changing thing, okay, that's coming. If you are not in a party and you are trying to enter something that needs you to be in a party, it's going to automatically make a party for you and take you in immediately. And if you are solo in a party and you have to be alone, it's going to kick you from that party and let you go in immediately, right? Of course, now that since that's a new feature after the Savior update, there's a few things where they hadn't done that yet. Apparently, story mode bosses somehow slipped through the cracks, so they're adding it for story mode bosses in this update as well. But that is going to be a game changer, okay? UI, okay, beautiful. Nice flex, Max. To make the meso costs clearer when star forcing, commas have been added. This is weird to me because we already have commas in GMS. So I was reading that, I was like, wait a minute, what? I guess in Korea, because they use like 4-digit spacing instead of 3, I don't know, maybe they ended up with a different system over there. In Maple Moria, you can now acquire additional copies of the Encyclopedia completion rewards. There's no limit, so that you can actually hold on to items instead of having to commit them into the museum and then lose them forever. They added the color system in, so as you guys might know, after Savior? It's after Savior, right? I don't think it's in Savior. I guess we'll double check once the Savior patch has come out. But I think it's after Savior when they add the 5% damage that you have to deal in a boss fight. Otherwise, you won't get any drops at the end. It'll still count for boss completion. It'll still count for quest lines that you need to do. But you won't get any drops anymore once the box at the end gets opened, or the boss gets killed if there is no box system. So what they did add later is a color system next to your character, so that you can see if you're in the green, then you have more than 10% done, so you're not like in any immediate danger. Although in the beginning the colors will like flicker all over the place, most likely, as people are bursting and stuff. Blue will mean that you're good for now, you're between 10 and 5%, but you're not like 100% safe. And then the red, even though that looks like orange to me, will mean that you are in the danger zone of having done less than 5%, so you'll not be getting any drops if you don't, you know, increase your damage. Of course, this will also be a little bit of a tool that the person who is carrying, quote unquote, or the person who's doing more damage can kind of use to see like, oh, I'll just take a step back and not attack for a little bit and let everyone build up a little bit of a buffer so that we can make sure that everyone gets drops at the end of the run, right? As long as everyone knows each other. Or you try to fuck with each other and try to do as much damage as possible and make sure that other people don't get drops, because that's fun for you guys as a group of friends. That's what you do with each other, okay? However you want to use that system to facilitate whatever you guys want to do. So we have some skill fixes. Okay, I will include these. Let's go to the classes command. Oh wait, I don't do that anymore. I don't copy those anymore because that takes too much effort, or not too much effort, but it just makes it too cluttered. think I do title, right? Yeah. Tittle. And then we do... Skill fixes. That's not how you... Heading 1. And then this one. Damn. Hashtag error 1. Oh? It's not working? Oh. Hashtag error 1 is the good link. See if you add that in a new page is going to... Oh yeah. Okay. Maybe a little name defunct. There we go. That's updated. It's an issue where aura type attacking skills did not activate ecstasy while in combat. I think this... I don't know. I think this means being in combat. And ecstasy. It's an interesting, interesting name. This is actually very annoying because it was really cool to farm for boss cards as a DA in Frenzy because you could just kill them in Frenzy, CC immediately, and not be in combat, which was finally something that was not super annoying to have to deal with, but apparently they're gonna make you go in combat with it now, so you have to kill it, get out of Frenzy again, wait 3 seconds until you're out of combat, blah blah blah, then CC. Great, thank you. Live prediction about luminous characters did not spread, fix the error. Small things, Bishop, or if an enemy had the Angel Ray debuff applied to it and you hit it with the Angel Ray with a lower skill level, the debuff would not stack. Fix an issue with Angel of Libra where if you had the custom command applied and then changed channels or resurrected during the skill, the duration would be shorter. So some very small niche things that they found that they fixed for. But Master's ever applied would have been installed correctly while Quiver full burst flame arrows were being fired. Fix an issue. So if you are playing one of these classes, that these small fixes could alleviate like a pretty big frustration that you might have with your class or something that is, you know, disproportionately affecting you. Sometimes move off screen with Blazing Assault or Luster Charge. That's not great. Or Cosmos, where sometimes you would fail to use the skill, but the cooldown would still apply. Yeah, see, these are things that need to be fixed, but they're not like insane balancing thing. HP MP recovery cycle and party member status cleansing was intermittently slower than the skill's description. Okay. So just small fixes. Crouching, beta, hidden, alpha. Tagging to alpha using flash assaulter or rolling curve would not activate beta's assist. Yeah. Yeah, these things might seem small, of course, if I don't play the class, but if you're playing it, you'd be like, oh goddamn, that was broken for like a year. I can't believe they finally found it and fixed it. You know. It's a very hit or miss in that sense with these things. Duration of charge spells applied to party members is the same as charge spell amplification's remaining duration. Oh yeah, for Arc. Was ending, the charge spells would be applied again to party members. There was an issue with the charge spell's duration would be overwritten even if the most recent charge spell's duration was shorter than the existing buffs. To improve this, in the February 23 update, we changed so that the charge spell's duration would only be updated if it was longer. However, there was an unintended error that occurred in this process where if you use the charge spells at the short moment when charge spell amplification ended, the charge spell would be applied to party members at the maximum duration with no conditions. I continue to apologize to players for the inconvenience as we did not quickly confirm this error earlier. Gotcha. I fixed where Ho Young's Wrath of the Gods where the background music repeated. We can't have that. Small quest fixes, small item fixes. These are typically not very important. Makes sense to highlight the important ones. Here we go. Fix in Lotus Phase 1 where the laser's hitbox was sometimes different than what it looked like. I remember that from the Tespia 1. Slime, if you use the bind skill, sometimes he would still disappear. They've gotten really good for bosses that have like wind-up skills, like Lotus going into the laser phase, like Lucid going into the laser or touch phase, where if you bind at the right time, you can actually lock them out of that phase. In the past, what would happen is the boss would get bound, but it would also continue and do the attack, and then you had to dodge the attack while you were also trying to attack the boss in the bound phase, which was horrible. Or you would create 2 copies of the boss when it would respawn or some weird stuff like that, or your bind would just miss and you'd be shit out of luck. They've been getting better and better at allowing people to interrupt patterns with bind, but I guess, yeah, for Slime, I had it happen, I think this very week on my marksman, where I was one platform higher and trying to bind it so I can, you know, prep all my bursts and then bind it. And during the bind, it actually did the whole blue teleport thing and then went up to where I was and then suddenly was like right in my face, which is not the end of the world because it's still bound, but that's not where I wanted it to be position-wise. So that's good that they fixed that. Fix an issue in Will Phase 1 where sometimes 2 Wills would appear in the same map. Yeah, I wonder if that fixes the Beast Tamers to be able to do that, because I think there's still this thing where they are able to like fly into the ceiling and then suddenly have both of them in the same map or some shit. Or Xenons with fly, I think, yeah. Xenons that knew about it are crying. I mean, it's a glitch abuse, or it's a bug abuse if you're doing it, right? Which is against the TOS, so you probably don't want to be showcasing that you're actually doing that. It's probably not a good thing. Stump sound effects, blah blah blah, map changes. I assume these are pretty much all the same. The one thing, I don't know if it's mentioned here, but one thing that's always still weird to me is that in maps with a bunch of NPCs, the NPCs are always like floating. If you look at the minimap, the NPCs are all like floating above the ground instead of actually being on the ground. That was always weird to me, but I wonder if that's ever going to get addressed, or just like, for clarity, they just want them to appear like this is roughly like the vertical positioning, or the horizontal positioning, rather than being accurate with the vertical positioning, I guess. Fixed issue where the client would temporarily freeze when closing the notification window that stated that you would lose some experience when enhancing cores in the V matrix. Okay, but also, what about the thing where it blocks your game for 3 hours every time you open the smithing tab and crafting? Is that ever going to see alleviation? Or are we just gonna not pretend like that doesn't exist? 8K beta? Fucking 8K 11080p not beta. True, actually. Let's just get our basics covered. In the cash shop, sets of 11 red cubes and 11 black cubes and devilish cubes have been added. Wait, that wasn't in there? Oh, instead of a 6-pack. Oh, nice. Buy more. Buy more sheeple. But it's 25% off on 11? Instead of no discount on 6, I'm guessing. It's not just a 10 plus 1. That's a 10 plus, what, 2.5? No, that would be 10 plus 2? 25% off on 12 would be 3. So that wouldn't be 10 plus 2. That would be 10.5 plus 2.5. 11 plus 2. But then if you have 13 and you do 25% off, now you're arriving at less than. There's no whole number where you can do 25% off and end with 10. The hell? Okay. They could improve Ursa's lag a lot, for sure, for sure. I mean, Ursa's is one of those pieces of content where it can be fine for a while and then suddenly it lags and it just lags for a whole while and then suddenly it's gone again. One of those things where I don't think they put development time into fixing it unless it's actually there's like broad crashing people. They just hope that the next patch will just kind of like alleviate it by itself. Hopefully the copy paste, you know, makes it work. Okay, Maple Express. Is that a train? Choo-choo! Level 101 or higher characters. May 18th to June 7th. So that's only 3 weeks. Gift for the players who created a bountiful Maple Island to receive plenty of gifts prepared by Emily Ports. Ooh, AO? After reaching your daily limit of Maple Leaves, Maple Candy, or participating in Maple Adventure one time, you can open the UI and click the icon to get a corresponding gift. Show us what they are. Never mind. They don't show us. Wait. Oh, it's just bonus. Oh, it's just bonus of those things. So you could do... Oh, so if you cap on all 3, you can get all 3. So this is like kind of like the end sprint. Usually it's the last 2 weeks that you can do it 10 times, but now they do it the last 3 weeks. So you have a little bit more time to get those end things. This event has that as well, where in the last 2 weeks you'll be able to, up to 10 times, basically double up on your daily limit, right? With like a bonus on number 5 and 10. But I guess they don't have the bonus on 5 and 10, but they give you 3 weeks to do it instead, and for 3 current scenes instead of just 1. So that's their way of helping out with that. I see. Okay. Then we have Maple Adventure. Jun? And that's a B then, right? Bure Sutu. What the hell? Frozen Blast. Close. Buresutu. Blast? Buresutu. Close enough, dude. Okay, what do we got? 101 or higher. Frozen. Oh, yeah, you get the little mini game thing. It's not even Maple M. It's like Maple M, but on a Nokia 3310. It's like Snake level gameplay. Old skill icons and shit. Maple M minus M. The alpha version of Maple M. Just going way back. 6 different areas in the game with a variety of normal and special monsters. You can see when you're a party members on the minimap UI. Yes, you get to do a little bit of battling. Old school, old Zakum fight. With Zakum helmets? Bro, these are pros. You know if you're wearing a Zakum helmet, you're an absolute pro in this game. You can acquire 500 EXP points one time per day per Maple ID. I wonder why they started doing that thing where they just give you like a coupon for points and then that just scales with your EXP. Is it so that you can make it more that you can get it on different characters and it'll just scale rather than you have to pick it up on the very character where you do it? I guess it gives you that ability too. The next GMS event? No, this is the anniversary event for next year. So this is late April to early June 2024 is what this is. And the second part, so this is probably May to June 2024. So a long time ahead. So once those patch notes come out for us, we'll have to completely reread and act like we've never seen that before, because at least my brain is already going to have completely forgotten most of this. We've got some medals. Your clear record will be updated when you clear Frozen Blast with a shorter time. Huh. If your clear record is within a certain amount of time, you can receive medals corresponding to your time by talking to Apricia and choosing the I want to claim Frozen Blast medals option. Oh. You get New Age before this on GMS? Yes. New Age should be end of December, and then this should be end of April. So that's about a 4-month difference. Yeah, 4 to 5 month difference. Frozen Blast Veteran, clear it within 300 seconds. Novice, clear it within 540 seconds. What is this? God, this is so cute. Can you immediately like sense the how much the pace like immediately changes? How much you're not like zigzag, fifth job, you know, dashing, full map clear, next portal. Immediately you get back into that vibe of then, and it's just so much more, you're just so much calmer. Your expectations of like how quick everything needs to be just go, your standard just immediately just fucking lowers. And it's like, oh, this is fine. Look at him leveling up like crazy. Now this is, the leveling up is a little bit faster than back then though, I have to say. General question, you reboot minus 32. Last time I played was 275 was max. Where's that bug? Absolutely busted. I want to do this to a class change. Not sure how the dex strength ability on pirates work. That is a good question. I believe you can use your link skill to an extent that will make it so that the stats of your equips change in between primary and secondary stats. God, has anyone class changed before to that extent? Okay, you're not supposed to level that quickly. We got like the old UI and everything though. Oh. Okay, this monster did not exist back then, okay? Whatever this Pepe is that's making snowballs and crushing them. I've never seen this guy before. He's some kind of boss? Oh, he's the boss guy. So you have to kill a little bit to level. Oh my god, the combo. Power guard? Oh no. Oh no, now he's got a beheader, the one equipped that nobody ever used because it was the slowest two-handed attack weapon next to the berserked. Oh, into the mines. Oh. He just went back. He's gonna grab some more levels. They need to get an item from the previous map. Oh yeah, they didn't kill her. They just left her there. But now he's leveled up. Now he's OP. Now he can solo. There we go. Now he's gaining levels from the stuff that his party is doing in the other area, I guess. Is this so old school that down jumping didn't exist then? Oh, dude, this might be before down jump. Yeah, you have a split in that map. Ah, it's pretty cool. Probably split up in the party. You get your beautiful horntail drops. That's how you knew you were a Giga Chad, when you actually were equipping. There were two types of people that that were using horntail drops. It was either the people who were so fucking poor that the fact that those base stats were only just a little bit higher already made them better than whatever weak shit they already had on before that was really under upgraded. So it actually showed how much they were just spending all their time grinding and their gear was actually dog shit. And it was the people who already had such good gear before and actually got lucky on the horntail gear that it managed to outperform the stuff that they had before that. And they were actually rocking like godly gear. Those were the two. Those were the only two types of people who would run like horntail drops back then. Oh, that's a big old Bane. That's a big old baddie. Oh, it says here who needs to be in that party. So you need the warrior, the thief, and the mage. Gotcha. So it's like predetermined. Oh no. This says who is in there, not who should be in there. Just who is in there. And I guess it doesn't show where the other person is though. The one person DC. Where's the fourth guy? It looks like they already went into the other two maps at least once. This is also very nostalgic where a boss is not just like nuke next, nuke next. Like some bosses just take a while to kill. And you can say from a standpoint, it's like, well, that's slower because that's worse. But on the other hand, if everything is slow, as long as the rewards are there at the end, yeah, now they've got their Zakum helmets. Hell yeah, worth. Super worth. Destroy all the things on the ground. Ooh, that guy almost died. I don't know why he doesn't just kill it, because he's a thief. Just like in the old Looty PQ, they just jump into the bottom of the Looty PQ there to do the dark side part. Sometimes they forget the dark side because they're so... Oh man, with the... Oh, he's already dead. See, he went in with no HP. Fucking dead. The fucking Blizzard spam, because he's hitting all the pieces. Oh, yeah. Remember though, Blizzard uses up a lot of your mana. And Magic Guard also uses up a lot of your mana, so if you don't have the mana to be able to tank the attack, using Blizzard is actually going to put you near like death, near death HP. The old lightning. Again, as nostalgic as this is, old Zakum runs itself for like at least half an hour. You'd be stuck on every single arm. Oh yeah, you had the different HP bars for the body as well. True. Oh man. New post for compensation on launcher. Oh, we'll look at that in a little bit. Dedge ads can't resub yet. Good job, game. Game is patching now, is it? Oh, nice suit. Just pick another game and then pick the game again to refresh it for yourself. Yeah, and also it doesn't seem to be like brain dead easy. You do have to look. Wait, this guy's not in a party, but is in their map. Oh no, that's him. Of course he doesn't have HP power over himself. Oh, you need to put in Orbis. Where everyone always landed whenever you took the message. Damn. This is done well. This is really like blast from the past nostalgia stuff. Probably as close as we're ever going to get to a legacy server unless New Age has a whole bunch of other stuff up their sleeve. Might have ended early. Oh, looks like it. Let's continue this really quickly then. Maple Fiesta up. That's going to be Bloom the Maple Flower to... Yes, just keep opening it up over everything I have open. Like I have nothing else to do in my life. Thank you. To receive Maple Leaves and experience through the new Fiesta. Hola. Big ol' skill. Scaling up. Oh yeah, so this is the one that Max said was really good. A lot of EXP from this. And easy capping. We've got all of our old skill events coming back. We've got the chef. This is from... I think this is part of the... Part of Savior, right? With the Wonksterant, whatever. Oh, this is the ones that we saw earlier in our event already. Okay, the Maple Challengers. What is this? This is going to be the... Oh! I love these. Big old Step Mania. The faster you go, the faster the chef on the top will cook, I guess. You'll get mad if you fuck up. The stir-fried Lumion will... you get smacked as well when you fail. If you press the wrong key, your stacked combo will be reset and you cannot enter another direction key for 1 second. At the end there will be a section where Kendall will not warn you and you can acquire double the points. Will not warn you, so I'm guessing you get less of a preview. Through the predetermined schedule, various quests will be unlocked over time. You can accept and complete them sequentially to receive rewards. Each quest requires you to defeat 2,000 monsters within your level range. Okay. Then with a bunch of gifts. 20 selected VIP buff vouchers, 50 event ring only Meister cubes, 10 special medals of honor, 30 Karma Black Rebirth Flames, maximum growth potion. Today's gift, 2 triple experience coupons, half hour. They've been getting a little bit more generous with their half hour, with their triple coupons being half hour instead of 15 minute. I do appreciate that. Make extreme Zakum. They could do that, yeah. Just make it like really, really difficult Zakum. Got a bunch of high level people in there. New Age beginning event. Oh, will run from June 8th to June 14th. Events available to all characters 101 or higher. Let's start a New Age together. Receive, oh, gifts. Cotton Candy Pink Bean, that's a vac pet for 30 days. Pre-register for 1 day. 2-day mannequin voucher. 3 days maximum growth potion. Day 4. New Age special box. What's in the box? In the box is 10 triple EXP 30-minute coupons and a chance to win a special prize that is not revealed yet. Ooh la la. Ooh la la la. And then they have another cash up transfer event because in Korea they actually dedicated themselves to doing it regularly. If you guys remember from the compensation back in April of 2021, they said that part of the things they were going to do was more regularly throw out these cash up transfer events, and they have been doing that as well. Yeah, make sure to ping me and saying that the game is up when I'm already in the game. That's very helpful. Yeah, and then you of course you have the Sunny Sundays, which of course in Korea they only know 1 week in advance, so they only know the first one. But that always gets jumbled up and kind of rehashed for us, depending on what we need in GMS or what was most recent in GMS. So we can't really say 100% like this is definitely what we're going to be copying or not. For the summer and winter events, we seem to align with that pretty well, but when it comes to the anniversary events, because they come out at a different pace and different delay from the other events, typically those are mixed and matched quite a bit. So yeah, that's just the second part, a little bit new quest, new skill, extra rewards coming up for New Age though, another free Vec Pet, that's pretty nice. New mini games, but just in general, just, you know, furthering the idea a little bit. do notice the theme of not having the same. Oh, and the Maple Adventure throwback. I think that's really cool. The theme of not having one skill all throughout the event that just like powers up, but having multiple different types of skills and that changing more. I would be okay with that if it didn't mean that on every single character in my account, every 2 weeks, I would have to go to the map to unlock the next skill. I don't like having to do that. If you're gonna do a new skill, make it account wide, and if I unlock it on one character, make it available on all my characters. I'm not a big fan because you're promoting it and you're making it so that people get into the habit of playing anywhere from 5 to like 15 characters, and then you're making it so that you have to do things on every single character individually. It's a really transparent way of just making us log into all of them and just jump through a whole bunch of hoops that is just not necessary. There's got to be a way to just automatically unlock that for us. But other than that, you know, the extra tradability and stuff, hopefully non-reboot is a lot happier with that. Some kind of indicator, I still don't know why you couldn't just add like a damage indicator with a percentage next to it. If people get mad over that, then who the fuck cares? If people, you know, use it for bad, then who the hell cares? It's just more information. It's beneficial, and we should just have it. I think that's pretty simple, but this is, I guess, a little bit of a baby solution in between, so that people don't get too upset and get too sand in their pants, I guess. But yeah, cool. Thank you, Korea, for a little update. But that was from last week, so of course, eyes on the prize, New Age, and Savior for GMS. That's what we're really excited about. So as soon as we hear more about that, you will know. And I guess fresh off the presses, let's see if we have a little bit of... Did they update this one? I don't know. Because the maintenance is complete now, but apparently there was some kind of compensation for stuff. Recently we've experienced server load issues caused by a spike in cube usage on May 13th. We found out that it unfortunately caused a few tier-ups from using bright cubes to not be saved. Regarding the issue, we have conducted a full investigation of all cube usage on May 13th. Was that the cube sale day, May 13th? We'll provide compensation for the players affected with the number of cubes used during the time of the issue until they were properly tiered up again. Huh. On May 13th, item A with epic potential was upgraded to unique potential by using a bright cube. The unique potential was not saved, and the player used 13 bright cubes after to upgrade the item to unique potential, which was saved properly on May 25th maintenance. The gift drop will contain 14 bright cubes and a compensation box for the player. Those that were affected will also receive the following in this week's maintenance. So if you're in game right now, check if you got it. 10 15-minute double XP coupons, 10 15-minute double XP drop coupons, for one of those compensation boxes, yes, the old Bebe boxes. We take steps to ensure this issue does not happen again, and we apologize for the inconvenience. Okay, that sounds solid. Let me know what you got. Did you get 0? Probably me too. Did you get 5 million cubes? Cube more. Good luck on the other cubes. All right, thanks for checking out the video. Boom.